Dear, dear, don't you worry, because worry lines in your forehead are just not acceptable. The chaos in your life is not commendable. The stress in your body is not durable. The strengths that you have don't make you feel capable. Sometimes I just wish I was goddamn adaptable. Adaptable not to you, but for change. Not for change, but to accept. Not to accept, but to allow. Because every teardrop is a sign of courage. Every smile sparks a chain reaction, and every breakdown is a sign of strength.
Over these 3 days, we're going to use a lot of play, a lot of art. CTS is meant to fill a space that doesn't already exist. So that's why it's meant to bring in conversations that are not happening. So when we think about change the script, we ask ourselves, what is it that the ecosystem is lacking in terms of what are the conversations, what are the pressure points that are needed when we think about and anchor ourselves on what is it needed for young people to thrive.
The space of CTS makes you already reflective and already somewhat vulnerable. It makes it okay to walk up to someone who have just probably know for a few minutes in your life and say, this is something I want to talk to you about. And the other person is also already in that zone because of the session, and they're okay, yes, I'm happy to listen to it and engage with you on this.
ये एक वो जगह है जहाँ हम बात करने से ज़्यादा हम सुनने का प्रैक्टिस करते हैं.
Firmly believes that everyone is a change maker. It really depends on, I think, वो प्याज के छिलके की तरह जैसे layers और परत उतारना बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. More important than learning some days, I think the journey of unlearning is what would be required to really change our own ecosystems, what exists here, rather than the ecosystem outside.
When we invite people, we tell them it's not a conference, it is a gathering just to set expectations. And it's designed to move us through a process of self-reflection, a process of self-discovery.
Let's listen to us coming together.
Young age is so impressionable age, and if children face discrimination at that age, it becomes extremely difficult to come out of that pain.
Empowering children and young people with the skills and capacities to thrive is just one side of the coin. We want to truly change the script of every young person in India. We also have to work on ourselves, surface our own limiting beliefs, biases, prejudices that we carry, and work towards letting go of them, unlearning them, and building new belief systems which are grounded on values of inclusion, love, and justice.
So the way I define success for my kids is very different than the way we'll think of success at an NGO or when we work with students or young people, say for an NGO, or we define success at a government level or at a nation level in across India. And the main question is why, right?
People who, are not involved should be asked to be engaged in the change making, in the decision making, in the recommendations, in the activities, in the actual doing, so that they feel that yes, they are involved in the change making and I am making an impact.
I believe right now we have a one-size-suits-all approach towards education where, policies are made and everybody gets the same treatment.
If young people are not thriving, which are the pieces that are missing? And for us, a big piece of it is the narrative around success. So Change the Script exists to shift these narratives from narrow definitions of success, which box young people, to expanding the definition of success so they might thrive.
Failure is the first key of success. यदि हम फेल होते हैं तो हम सीखते हैं.
Success has been defined by succeeding, right? So, but then the idea that not being able to succeed is a failure is an issue that we're dealing with.
Where conversations around rejection, failure, critique are not good or bad. They're how it is. And when you fall down 7 times but get up 8, I think that's what success should mean.
I have a formula of what success would look like and how to get there and do that. But is it really relevant for today? And is it relevant for tomorrow? Who am I in my midlife tell you what's going to happen the next 20 years?
But even though I think I've heard many of those stories, like, I think we need to hear those stories again and again to really understand them. It's like, even though we'll always hear, listen, but I don't think we'll ever be able to walk in their shoes. But it's more important for us to get closer and closer.
May I grow old enough to be forgotten. May my questions become passé. May my bibliographies become outdated. May my theories be superseded. May I be obsolete. May I teach students who teach students who teach students. May I run out of ideas before I run out of time.